Well, the next thing that really I find exciting about marketing is everybody's talking about marketing, marketing, marketing. But what are the different entities in marketing? Everybody thinks that marketing is just one thing. There are so many different categories of marketing. What are the different categories of marketing?
Well, you got a couple of different kind of marketing. You got the two most important categories of marketing. You have brand marketing, and then you have direct response marketing. So brand marketing is what you see companies like Coca-Cola and a lot of these billion-dollar companies do. They do marketing specifically to get their products and services and their brand seen. So they do the billboard, they do the commercials, they do all the different stuff just to kind of keep their brand in front of people. So that's brand marketing. A lot of small business owners attempt to do brand marketing and go broke and go out of business because they don't have the budget to compete with a Coca-Cola or one of these large billion-dollar corporations. But if you think direct response marketing is specifically driven for somebody to see your marketing piece and then for them to take a specific action. So, for example, let's say you're using YouTube for marketing, you're using videos for marketing. So normally people would run commercials on TV, but a lot of companies are seeing the power of coming online with online video. So a direct response marketing piece for a video would be, let's say I'm selling some health products. In this video, I would be sharing 3 health tips to help you burn belly fat fast. So I share those 3 tips, and then I'll say, hey, to get my free video series on the top 3 things to do to make sure that belly fat never comes back, the foods you don't want to eat, um, and a step-by-step meal plan. Click the link right now, right below this video, and you can get instant access to it for 100% free. So that's the difference in direct response, because in that video, the sole purpose of it was to get them to go get this free gift so we can build our email list. People who do brand marketing is strictly to just get their stuff seen. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. And I keep telling people when they start a small business, that's one part of the budget that usually people don't even consider. And that's why so many businesses fail. Would you agree?
Absolutely, because a lot of people think in business, a lot of people are in the mindset of if you build it, they'll come, and that's a myth. Just people think just because they have a great product or a great service or a great opportunity or great food, they think that people are going to automatically seek them out to buy their services, and that's an absolute myth. That's why most businesses go out of business, because they don't understand that. They don't understand that marketing is the most important part of the business.
And you are so talented and extraordinary in all the things that you do. If there was ever anybody that ever asked me about really learning how to market, I always tell them, get with Marquel Russell. He is the king of marketing. Some people think that just using social media is marketing, and I keep telling them that no, that's like advertising on Craigslist. Am I correct?
Absolutely, especially if you don't know what you're doing, because a lot of people don't understand that social media is just that. It's created to be social. So you have to know how to bridge the gap from being social to being salesy, because people don't come on social media to buy. They come on to see what's going on. They come on to be social, see what people are up to. But if you can strategically tie your marketing into that and get in front of the right people, because Facebook has set up the tools and the Facebook ad manager and all this different stuff. They've set up to the point that you can easily start advertising on social media, but you have to do it from a value standpoint, not from just a pitch standpoint. You got to do it from a complete value standpoint, because Facebook wants to make sure all of the users are getting the best experience. So if you're coming from a value standpoint versus just a pitch standpoint, that's really going to help you set you up big time to really leverage social media. A lot of people think just because they post their link on their social media profile, like you said, they think they're marketing. And they wonder why they're not getting the results, because people don't come on social media to buy. They come on to be social, share stuff, be engaging. But if you set it up strategically, that'll pull people into you, and they'll be interested in what you have to offer.
I tell anybody, you have cash flow, you have to have that cash flow, but you also have to have marketing. That's just like saying you're in business, but you don't have the credentials to say you're in business. This is like, I'm holding out a shingle here, I'm in business, and nobody notices.
Exactly.
It doesn't have any type of purpose or plan. And that's what I Am an Asset is about. When we talk in the business arena, we're telling you the things that are going to get you seen, heard, and in front of your tribe. And that's what I Am an Asset is all about. And I am looking so forward to it. Mr. Marquel Russell will be there to talk to you all. And this is not going to be where we're just going to be lecturing. This is going to be interactive. When you leave there, we're going to have tools that you can use while you're sitting right there to advance your business.
Absolutely.
Now, Marquel, when I'm an asset, we're having one day about business and the other day about wealth. And we both know that Mr. Brian Bean is the king when it comes to building wealth.
Right.
Why is it that you think that at this point in our lives as a young African-American man that we need to build wealth in our community?
Great question. Well, the key thing is us as African-Americans don't own anything. We own very little. I mean, I heard something that blew me away. So I live in Atlanta, Georgia. We both live in Atlanta, Georgia. And if you go downtown Atlanta, there's not, from last time I checked, when I heard the statistic, out of all these buildings downtown, there's not one that's Black owned. And that may have changed. That could have been a false statistic, but somebody who told me was very credible. And I find that very disturbing because it's not that Black people are broke. It's just that we spend our money all different kind of ways. And we don't, like George Fraser says, it's not that Black people don't have money. It's just that their money goes everywhere except to them. So
yeah, tell the truth. We have the highest disposable income, but with the least assets to provide a show for it. So here we are. We have a 7-figure disposable income, and we're feeding money into everyone else's community. They call us liquid money because our money only lasts 15 minutes within our own community. Right. We have got to make some changes. Exactly. If we don't own anything, it's money, power, and respect. Right. If we don't own anything, we don't have anything to leverage, we'll always be looking to somebody else for help. Right.
Exactly. So the key thing, we have to learn to create wealth. So literally, part of my plan, I always tell people, just because you're making money doesn't mean you're creating wealth. Just because your business makes a certain amount of money every month, that doesn't mean that you're financially free. You have to get to the point where your money makes you money. So I tell people, just making $100,000 per month in your business isn't financial freedom. When your investment income, when the passive income from your investments make $100,000 a month, that's when you're financially free. When your money makes you money, not just your business. Your business helps to grow your investments, and then your investments make you financially free. So part of my plan every week, every month, I put together, my tithes is 10%, and then I make sure I invest 10%, always, and sometimes more. But that's really, if nothing, regardless of what happens, tithes 10%, my investment 10%. Because for me, it's all about legacy, creating a legacy for my family. So I don't want my kids, have to start over from scratch, just like I had to. I want them to have a legacy of wealth, have property, have different assets. So they have so much wealth and assets, they don't have to worry about money. So I always tell people that you ever saw when you go to these universities and these big houses and they have like those pictures of like the great grandfather and stuff like that. I always tell people that my great grandkids are going to have one of those big old pictures over their fireplace of me, and they're going to be like, man, great granddaddy left us so much money that we cannot mess it up, because it's all about legacy. What we're doing now isn't for us, it's for the legacy. I mean, when the Hiltons were building the Hilton empire, Conrad Hilton wasn't just focused on making some money now. He was focused on the Hilton empire. Now Paris Hilton can eat off it. Her kids will be able to eat off it. Her kids will be able to eat off it. And we can go on and on and on, but people who think the same exact way. But we just have to get in the mindset of, like you said, we are assets. And once we realize that, and we begin to create from knowing that we're assets, Now we create legacy income. So now we create generational wealth. So now we can start coming together owning something. And that's really what it's all about. I tell my people all the time, look, man, I want all of us to make money because think about it. If we want to go buy a hotel and it was $5 million and we all just came to the table and was like, all right, 10 of us, let's all just go $500,000 a piece. Let's go open up a corporation or whatever, and we go get this hotel, put it on the name of the corporation. Now we own a hotel downtown Atlanta or downtown Dallas or downtown DC or one of these developing places, San Diego or whatever. Now we own a hotel. Now we own a restaurant. Now we own this. And that's really what it's all about.
Well, that's why I created the 760 Club, because the bottom line is I wanted everybody in the club. We're going to all have a 760 or above credit score. All of us will own several corporations. We'll create our own bank. And then we can start purchasing some sustainable and affordable housing for those who don't have it. Or
Right.
creating a grocery store in a food desert where there is no quality food, and that's usually in the African American community, where we can reach back and help somebody else and pull them up, helping some of these children who want to go to college and providing scholarships for them. That's our purpose and our plan. But most people don't understand the difference between being rich, being wealthy, and being a philanthropist.
Right.
They don't even understand that those are three different levels of money. Rich is temporary. Wealthy is that you're making money, but a philanthropist is when your money is bringing you anywhere from 15% or above on a monthly, weekly, daily basis. And that's what it's really about. So for us to even do business and wealth experience, we have to understand both. And we want to shorten everybody's learning curve so that everybody not only eats, but everybody provides a legacy for their family and something to lean back on. And I can't even think of a better person. If you want to learn about business and marketing, Marquel can tell you, we have been through ups and downs. And anybody who has ever been in business and tells you that they went straight to the top, they're not being honest. You're always going to have failures. You're going to have what we call failures are not failures. They're really challenges. And you have to learn the curve. There's always something new in the business arena. And when it comes to funding, yes, it's disproportionate because women and minority-owned businesses usually get the smallest sliver of the pie. So you have to know how to set yourself up and establish your foundation for your business properly so that you can get all that you desire. Right. So this is what we're here. This is what we're about. And this is what we're going to do. Now, Marquel, is there anything else that you want to share, or is there any type of new technology and marketing that you'd like to share that they should be experiencing? Because I know I learned about one this week called Edgar.
Yeah, so it's a couple things really, and I'm really going to be going deeper in a lot of these new platforms at the I'm an Asset event. So definitely get there. Do what you got to do to get to this event. So I'm bringing out a lot of stuff that I haven't shared yet. But one of the most important things that you really want to embrace, especially if you use social media with Facebook, is you really want to get into retargeting. So basically what retargeting is, if somebody lands on your website and then they don't buy and they leave, you can set up like retargeting pixels where it kind of stalks them. So for example, have you ever been on Amazon before looking at something, but you didn't buy, and then you left Amazon and you went back to Facebook and then you saw an ad for that same thing you was just looking at on Amazon?
Mm-hmm. Yes, I have.
So that's what retargeting is. So they're basically retargeting you. So you can do the same thing once you know how to do it. And what we're talking about at the I'm an Asset event. You can learn how to do that. So now when people come to your site and they really want to buy, but they may get distracted from their kids or may got a phone call or something and they got distracted, now you can have your ad show back up to them basically as a reminder. Say, hey, when you checking this out, here, go ahead and grab it. In so many words. So that's really one of the most powerful pieces of technology today is this retargeting because it's still new, but it's very, very powerful.
Well, that sounds like that's a powerful tool, and it's also going to always give you that extra little push on your bottom line because now you're drawing them back in. That is some phenomenal information that you just shared.
And it's free to do retargeting.
Wow, did you hear that, folks? He said free. So there's nothing better than to learn some free marketing tips that can bring more income into your business. Well, Marquel, I don't want to hold you. I thank you for your time. I appreciate you. I celebrate you and salute you. And I look forward to sharing with the information that you have for all of us. I'm so excited about I'm an Asset. And it's my goal to change 100 families' lives and 100 businesses. So I'm really excited. Thank you for your time. And is there anything else you'd like to share with us this evening?
I would just say, just understand that right now, regardless of what the media says, we're living in the most abundant time in the history of the world. With the technology that we have, with the access that we have, with the global marketplace, I mean, you can literally make money from all over the world. You can impact people from all over the world. So I would say, get in position, do what you got to do, stay plugged into individuals like Yolanda, get to her event, do what you got to do to really stay plugged in this type of information. That's going to help you, step your game up so you can really maximize, because nobody's ever had this type of opportunity that we have right now. So we really got to position ourselves to take advantage of it, because regardless of what the media says and all these people saying there's a recession and all this other nonsense, we're living right now in the most prosperous time in the history of the world. So get in position, take advantage of it.
Well, thank you so much. And thank you all for joining us. And as we like to say, may prosperity be yours, and know that the millionaire that you are is in you. Thank you so much, Mr. Russell. And we look forward to speaking with you again soon. And have a great evening.
All right, you too.
Thank you. And bye-bye.
Bye.